what's the last one? Oh, How I Met Your Father,
Father.
episode 4 on Hulu. I don't know. How you guys feeling?
This one didn't really blow me away like the other ones did. I didn't think it was bad though, because she's still learning about herself, and that's what Ted basically did. And
yeah. I mean, this one was really driven like her. I some of the other episodes were a lot about other ones, but this one was mostly about Sophie. Yeah, I'm finally not calling her Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's also what's the brother sister? What?
Lily? Well, no, not Lily.
Look, yes.
Yeah.
Jesse and Ellen, or
yeah.
Ellen. Yeah, Ellen. Yeah, Jesse and Ellen.
And seeing their connections and learning about them being separated from each other for all that time, and them having to kind of deal with that. I thought that was pretty good because I mean that happens a lot when she sees him as he was so old, he just decided to not come after her and be there with her, and actually really he was 9 years old and he had no other choice and didn't want to hurt his father because their mom was a dick or not a dick, asshole.
I mean, you don't know
the dad be alone.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I was there with you. That was really cute, but it also was like, I get it if you were like that when you're little, where you kind of blame, your older sibling, but now you're like 20 something, almost 30, and you still don't realize like your sibling was also a child that didn't know and had no control. I mean, I don't know if she just realized it then. They're like, oh yeah, you were 9.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. So
I'm only 4 years older than you, so yeah.
Yeah. So
I like how they did need snacks though, so she sent her out with like $10. He's like, "You think $10 is gonna get snacks?" Like,
yeah,
in 1980, where I'm going to.
Also,
well, even when she came out of the store, she still came out of the store with a whole bag of snacks.
It's like somebody owes somebody some money. Yeah. I want to play bobbing for apples in a tub of tequila now. I was like,
that doesn't sound fun.
It doesn't.
They didn't have goggles or anything.
Oh, I mean, even it'll go up your nose and your eyes. Oh God, no. But that was funny.
You need like scuba diving goggles, like where it covers like everything.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Don't let it get in your nose.
I can't get over the date, Drew, that she went on the date with. That's Josh from like Disney Channel.
Yeah.
No, I can't even see him up with anything but that. That's all I see.
Yeah. I hate Josh Peck. And I said it a bunch of times last week. Saying it again. I hate Josh Peck. Like he's not. I don't know.
Another person who's not a good guy.
Like he hung out a lot with David Dobrik, which is a YouTuber who's shown to be a real piece of shit kind of person. Hung out with him a lot. When Josh Peck was trying to be a YouTuber. And I don't like Drew. I think Drew is a super pretentious douchebag. Like fuck off with your fancy wine. Go.
Yeah, all those fancy names. So we had the subtitles on, and I'm like, "That's how you say that?" Like,
yeah. I was
usually
like, it's not even funny.
That one, it's the one, the expensive one.
Yeah, I want the white wine or the red wine, like sparkling or not.
Yeah, he was just. I don't like his character.
Episode though, I remember turning 30, and that feeling like, okay, I'm going from 29 to 30, and am I really a real adult or anything like that? Because I didn't feel like a real adult because I'm like, I'm still going hanging out, doing all type of stupid stuff. I will
Did
go.
you make a book nook?
I did a lot of. I remember. I mean, just little stuff like living in an apartment, or spending your money even though you have a bill to pay because you're not responsible for anybody yet. So like those are just things that you do going in your 20s and then going to 30, like, okay, I got to become an adult now. And the nostalgia for that was really cool. So it's a double nostalgia for me, you know. So you got How I
Mm.
Met Your Father, How I Met Your Mother stuff, and then the turning 30 thing was really big. Um, I didn't agree with a lot of other stuff in the episode, but that was cool, at least for me.
Mm.
I have never had a raw bar, so I like that she bit like the raw shrimp and then like panicked.
It's like, that has
Yeah,
to be
that's
cooked still. It could be cold.
funny. I've seen who directed this episode or who wrote it, because I know Dan Levy wrote the last episode. I don't know if he's gonna write a lot of this show. I can't find it.
Yeah, I
What
think
about
out of all of the episodes so far, I don't think this one was my favorite. Besides when they were looking at the books and she pretended to know, like, oh yeah, that's my book. Like,
Yeah. Again, another missed opportunity. How are you not going to have that stupid book that Ted always talked about? Oh my God, was it Pablo Neruda? Remember he always like quoted from it, and like his the wife, the mother, who liked that book too. It was like,
I can't remember.
how are you not going to have like that book? I was like, I feel there's little things that just like little Easter eggs. They don't need to mean anything. Just be like, just that book being on the list, and he like pulls it off. I don't know, like I get
Yeah.
they're trying to separate themselves from How I Met Your Mother, but I was like, you're not
really
too much, because you still live in the same apartment. So I was like, I feel like there's little things that they can do that they need to
I
do.
thought we were gonna have like the playbook.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
On the shelf.
Like
That's
that.
what she got it from a Goodwill. Have the playbook on the shelf. That would be really cool.
I
Yeah.
keep waiting for someone to get lemon lawed, like, because they're all dating still.
Yep. Yeah. There's something they got to do. I'm still pissed off that the bar is not called Puzzles. Like, come on, such a missed opportunity. Such a missed opportunity. But yeah, I just feel like they just need to throw in some little Easter eggs a little bit more. That they don't need to mean anything. Just like a little shout out to like the fans of the first show.
Yeah.
What
Like
think
how
about
they have
that?
the swords.
Exactly.
Exactly like the sword. That was great. That was amazing. I was like, oh, they should do this all the time. It's kind of little things that if you saw all 8 seasons, whatever, that what's going on.
Yeah, or like a picture of a pineapple like on the wall. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's little things like that. I mean, there's no way Marshall, Lily, and Ted would have left that apartment without leaving little notes or little things laying around for like future people to get it.
yeah, or like an album or
Yeah. Like that's why I think I was telling Brian the perfect thing would have like they found like a balled up piece of paper that had puzzles from when Barney and Ted were drunk and thought up puzzles. So it was like, you could they're like, oh, that's a great name for a bar, and then they make the bar. It was like, why? I was like, it's so silly. Yeah. Oh, here you go. The cockamouse.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to have a comeback.
yeah, I don't think they killed him, right? Because they thought it had babies.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, babies. Exactly what it said.
Yeah. So hopefully they bring some this funny random little things back. I think that's all it needs. But yeah, I'm not hating it so far. I think they're really the one issue I had from the beginning was like, I think they really need to develop the characters a little bit more, before I can say I hate it or love it. 'Cause I'm still in the middle.
Yeah, because like Ted and Marshall had that long background of knowing each other way back when, and I feel like the only ones that could do that would be the siblings, or maybe the
But they
the
can't
two
either
friends.
because they weren't around each other. They haven't seen
Yeah.
each other
Yeah.
for 20
Since they were
years. So it's
5
like,
or whatever. Yeah.
it's crazy. But I started to like Sid more this episode. I'll say that.
With his man ring.
His engagement ring or whatever.
He's going to become more essential, I think, in this whole thing very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he dropped the keg and he's like, we don't talk about this. Like he just closes the door, like doesn't apologize, doesn't chase it. It's just like, nope.
Yeah. I like Sid. I like he's not like a ripoff of Marshall, but like Marshall was very innocent, you know, and I feel like Sid is kind of like that. He's like, you know, where Marshall, you know, is like, oh, you know, love and like, oh, you know, I don't cheat, I don't do this, I'm a nice guy, funny guy, like honorable, I guess, you know, kind of thing. Like, and Sid is kind of like that, you know. It's like,
I mean,
you know,
one's
like
a lawyer, doctor. I mean, it's just it makes.
Yeah, boy, smart people. But yeah, even like Marshall, he couldn't even have a dream of having like a sexy dream without Lily dying first, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I think Sid is definitely like kind of that innocent kind of guy in the show. So I mean, there's parallels to some of the characters which I like, and they're not like hard, like, oh, this is an exact ripoff of Barney, or this is an exact ripoff of Ted, you know, because like obviously like Jesse is more of the Robin, you know, like very jaded and stuff like that, and Valentina is definitely like the sex craze kind of person in the group, like Barney was, you know.
Well, Jesse still gives me like Ted vibes. Like
yeah, too.
I think it's just the tone of his voice is what reminds me of him. And then when he introduced his sister, he was like, hey, meet my sister. It wasn't like, have you met? But it's like, hey, meet them.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's just not interesting enough.
Ted That's why I also get, well, I don't know. Nobody liked Ted in his random facts. He doesn't give random facts, but he's still just there.
Yeah. I like Jesse. I think he's gonna have the biggest importance in the show coming up. But I like his character. They just are not really doing much with him yet.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what it is. But I'm kind of how you guys feel with Valentina and Charlie, them two?
Oh, they're so weird.
Right.
She's like, get away from me, and she's like, okay, come back. Like,
I think Valentina's gonna fall hard for Charlie, and then Charlie's gonna leave.
He's gonna move back, or just go away.
Man.
Like go back to England.
Well, yeah, because
he's the one putting all this stuff into it, and he's giving up all this stuff, and she's not reciprocating it fast enough for him. And one day he's just going to be like, F it, and he's going to bounce, and it's going to break Valentina's heart.
Yeah, he can't seem to catch a break. Like he lost his spoon. He doesn't have any like of his inheritance. Like
he walked out with all the money just sitting there. Like,
yeah,
the guy just walking around like, I'm going to take this money and run. Why not?
That's funny. I don't know. I'm kind of like, they need to do less of them. Like I get they like their weird sex, you know, fetishes, things, whatever. It's just kind of like, you know. I mean, Valentina throws in the random positive speech, you know, like every so often to like Sophie, and that's about it. Yeah.
I didn't understand like the bathroom. Like they come out and all those people are waiting there, which I thought they were waiting for the bathroom. She's like, oh, these are all the people we let on. And I was hoping that would backfire on her, but then they just left. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I thought they just waited to go to the bathroom. Like there's only one bathroom, this hot ass apartment.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. But I mean, it opened up to like the two women like Sid's ring. They're like, oh, he's nice. Like it was like, that was kind of funny. But
we'll never tell him that.
Yeah. But I mean, but yeah,
they have a lot of good points to it. A good like it's a good idea. I think it's a pretty good cast. I worry about the writing, and I worry if it's going to catch on. Surviving season 1 is going to be hard. If you survive season 1, I think we'll be fine. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
again,
very
this wasn't my favorite. The other episodes I liked.
You guys hear all
this
the
one was hard.
everyone talk about the laugh track? Everyone's hating the laugh track. Like there's like groups that hate the laugh track. It says so 90s sitcom-ish.
Yeah.
I
My
guess I don't
girlfriend
hear
like
it sometimes.
hates it. Yeah, I kind of tone it out because I grew up with it, so I don't even hear it anymore. But yeah, like my girlfriend's like, why don't tell me when to laugh because other people are laughing. Like I'll know when to laugh, you know. And I mean that's the whole point of it. But yeah. But yeah, this whole episode was kind of like, just dump Drew already. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Like obviously he doesn't fit with the rest of the group, and that was kind of Ted's thing too. Was like she had to fit with the group, you know.
Yeah, when you imagined them like way later, he's like, no, she wasn't sitting at the table with us, like as old retired people.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not hating on the show yet. I'm still right in the middle for me. This one hasn't won me over. It's just by the end of the season, they have to win me over. Otherwise, they have to win a lot of people over, I think, by the end of the season. Otherwise, they might not get a second season.
Or even next episode.
True. Yeah.
You're so right. I don't know. I'm probably on like the other half of like, I don't think it's going to make it, but it has an opportunity to still do it if they do a really good written episode. You know, it can still make it, but right now I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm willing to wait it out, watch all of them. So I'm on the fence, but I think I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I like Hilary Duff. It's just hard not seeing her. And I think I'm starting to like disassociate her with their character now. But
I'm starting to like her, period. I think I like Hilary Duff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's going to be the problem, the make it or break it person. I think that she's going to be, I like this one, but are all the rest of these characters, well-rounded enough? Do they have strong character arcs that we're going to follow? Do I care about any of them? I think she's going to be the one that we're fine with. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other characters have good opportunities to have good stories. You know, like Sid and Hannah, they have their long distance thing. Jesse, I think, is the only one where I'm like, he has the most potential, but they're not doing anything with him. You know,
I mean, they're doing it with Ellen, and even then, there's still nothing there. There's just nothing there for it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. They need to start having their catch line, their like catchphrases. You know, like
trademark.
Yeah. That didn't stick. That doesn't stick as much as. Yeah.
It's like that laugh track. Trying to make it.
Yeah.
Trying to do it. Try too hard.
Yeah.
Just let it flow.
Oh, I forgot about the trademark. I was like, doesn't flow right as like suit up and
Yeah, I mean, it was more like a jinx, like.
Yeah. I mean, they need to do their own version of Slapsgiving, like the slap bet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was still one of the best things. Yeah, that's one of the best things, and like that carried on for like the entire series. The entire series, it was it? You know, I mean, they made a whole episode in the final season of just the last slap. Was epic, you know.
So epic. Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm trying to think. Like for How I Met Your Mother, I felt like they did a lot of flashbacks. They did like a lot of going forward, like all over the place. And maybe it's too early, but I feel like that's also what's kind of missing.
But that's because they were able to do that. I mean, because they knew each other for longer. They're just throwing this hodgepodge of people together, and they're like, "Hey, believe that we now trust them to be in our apartment all the time." You know, that you just met them 2 weeks ago. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. the concept doesn't make sense. So I hope we took past that. And what's the moral of the story? Love your Uber drivers.
I guess. Dude, that's just such a silly way to make them meet. I don't know. They were trying to modernize something, but I was like, I don't think people meet like that in the real world.
Yeah.
I don't think like people like hang out with their Uber drivers later.
Because in the first episode, I thought they were friends, and he just happened to be an Uber driver.
Yeah,
that would have made more sense. That would have made way more sense. Yeah, and then fill in the backstory later. With with like Jesse's sister. Like because she's the new person, which I'm all cool. I'm fine with bringing a new person in like this group, but I think majority of the group needs to be tight. Right off the bat. Yeah. Then you can bring in that one or two person, like that are new, and that's how they tell the stories through.
That's even what they did with Rachel and Friends. Like you already had like the group was already there, and Rachel was already there from the past. So it's like you're not adding a new person; you just bring someone who was from the past to the future. And I think that's the thing they don't have. They have no connection at all.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. It could get its footing and really start to shine, but it needs to do something.
It needs to do better.
It needs to do something. Yeah. Trademark is not a good enough catchphrase.
Yeah.
I forgot about it and I watched it earlier today. So that's how memorable it is. Legendary, suit up. I mean, those things are forever.
Legendary is awesome. That's what she's still,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they need kind of like that annoying friend, because I feel like that's I forget his name now, but Barney, I feel like that's how he was. Like he was annoying and they're just like, no, go away. But then like that's what stuck.
He just never left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get like there's no way in today's world that they can do
a
Barney again. Yeah. There's no way. And I think the closest you could do is like a couple that equal Barney, so you have the guy that suits up and then the girl who is sex driven, and together they make a Barney. But I think that's as close as you're gonna get. I don't know.
I don't know. This show's gonna be legendary.
Maybe legend, maybe.
Yeah. That's one. So, what this episode? Neither of you were really feeling it.
No, that made me sad to say.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, the whole series so far, the first 4 episodes, I was like, can wait to see it.
The whole thing.
Yeah, just wait and then binge it all together.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. The last couple episodes might be really, really good. That does it for everybody. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully, if it does well and there's a good season, then we get season 2. Right now, I'm with Bryon. I don't know if they can get past it, which kind of sucks.
And I don't get the reference with the heater. I've never had anything like that. So it just got hot and then like did the knob twist or something? I didn't get that part.
I think it was a steam
like a steam heater
in the middle, and the steam pipe in the middle thing was supposed to, you could release it and release all the steam, whatever. And once she broke the little knob, didn't do that because no one else has some pliers, a wrench.
Well, it had a hole. I'm like, doesn't she just stick it in the hole? Or maybe I don't know.
All you gotta do is take it and pull it back down. Hey, we did it! No one has that.
And all of her windows are shut. And
I was like, Jesus. I mean, it is New York, I guess, but I don't know if you ever lived in like a cold climate area.
No, not really.
No. So some places have they're called radiators. So they for apartments. They kind of have. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Yeah, here we go. It's exactly like that, but it doesn't have a big pipe like that. I mean, obviously they did it for the show to make it funny, something like that. So I lived in many apartments that had this giant metal contraption, and it's just a steam heater. So the water goes in it, and it rattles all night. It's just like
Oh my
clack, all night. It's super annoying. But there's a little valve right here that you can shut off, so no more steam can come in, and it literally just radiates heat. I burned my ass cheeks on this thing so many times because you bend over, you turn it, and it's hot. It's like legit, like hot.
All the time.
Oh, is that why she needs like the glove and like?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that never gets hot, which I just don't get. But that technically the little knob doesn't get hot. But yeah, that's why she would need a
wrench.
Yeah,
or
wrench, some pliers. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, she did say a lot, like, "Oh, I've been meaning to get that fixed. I've been meaning to get that fixed." Like,
Yeah.
All you have to do to get it fixed, or you wrap the pipe. Like, I don't know. It's pretty simple to me. It's like a $5 fix. So I don't understand why it's a thing. You had $10 for chips after you had the raw shrimp. I don't understand. You gotta find out. Go to the store, the corner store, and get it done.
Yeah. So it's a little thing. I was also like, if you lived in like places like New York your whole life, you know how to manage like radiators. So that part of me is like, are you brand new? And I forget because I know a lot of them are not from New York. A lot of them like moved in from New York and stuff like that. So I can't remember if she grew up in that area, but like, being from Chicago, like that is a staple of my life. Radiators. I don't have. Thank God I don't have any more in the house we're in now. It's definitely upgraded, but that's definitely an old school kind of system that a lot of apartments have.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, how to work with that. If something breaks, how to get some pliers. And like that's like, yeah. It's like had the old TV before remotes were a thing and the knob would fall off. You have pliers to change the channel. Like this. So
yeah, so that part of the episode was a little lost on me. Oh,
Winston from New Girl.
Where he jerry rigs everything to make it work.
I never seen the New Girl.
You never seen New Girl? Dude.
Never get
New Girl. Awesome.
It's so funny. It's like I think, are they also like in New York or some city place? And he's like, you have to turn this on and hold this. So you have like people in different rooms saying like, I'm ready. And then you can finally turn on what you were trying to turn on.
I was reading an article about New Girl. I think it was yesterday, saying that the two main characters, they usually keep out of episodes together because there's too much chemistry between them. So you can feel it every time they're in the same room. You can feel it in the episode. So it was too much. And they said they'll take everyone's mind off of what was actually happening in the episode. So they used to strategically keep them away from each other.
That's funny. That's fine. I know that's on the list. Like me and my girlfriend's just started watching Veronica Mars. She's seen it a lot. It was like her favorite show. I've never watched it, so now we're starting to watch it, and I'm kind of hooked on it. So it's also from the 90s.
Yeah.
That's on
So very. I mean, if it's not, it's very 90s. Very 90s. But also, it's
right around Angel and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's at the same time. This is
Charmed.
98.
Yeah. So, but it's also like a group of people I never really cared to watch, like rich white people. Yeah, cool. Like I don't care about their problems. It's like,
are they really problems? Are they really?
I know. But yeah, so we're watching that. It's pretty good. So I know she watched New Girl and she likes New Girl, so that might be on the list later. Because you can only watch How I Met Your Mother so many times before you repeat the lines word for word. So yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
I just have high hopes for the next episode.